Imagine for a moment that everything you've ever believed about reality, about who you are, is entirely wrong. What if I told you that the separation between you and God is an illusion, that the very force that created the universe flows through you, and in fact is you? This idea isn't just ancient spiritual wisdom. It's a revolutionary understanding that can transform the way you live your life. If you're someone who's been drawn to the concepts of manifestation, spirituality, or New Age thinking, this message is for you. What if you could move through life knowing, beyond any doubt, that you and God are one? Neville Goddard, a pioneer of modern spirituality and a master in understanding the true nature of our existence, often spoke of this profound truth. He didn't just preach about God in the distant, unreachable sense, but invited us to recognize our own divinity, right here, right now. This is not a metaphor, nor is it simply a comforting spiritual platitude. This is the reality. When Goddard declared, "God and I are one," he wasn't being poetic. He was revealing the most powerful secret available to us all. You don't need an intermediary, a special prayer, or a ritual to connect to God. You are the very expression of the divine. Think about it. When we talk about manifestation, what are we really doing? We're calling things into being by aligning our thoughts and emotions with the experience we desire. But where does this power come from? It comes from the truth that you are the creative force of the universe. The key to manifestation isn't hoping or pleading with a distant God for favors, but knowing that your consciousness is God in action. Everything you need already exists within you because you and God are one. This realization shatters the false belief in duality. We're conditioned from birth to believe in separation, that God is somewhere out there, perhaps sitting on a throne, making decisions about our fate. But Neville tells us differently. He asserts that God is our own wonderful human imagination. The mind and the divine are intertwined. The same force that causes planets to orbit the sun is the force that brings your thoughts into form. You and the infinite creative energy that powers the universe are not separate, but one and the same. In New Age spirituality, we often hear about raising our vibration, aligning with higher frequencies, or tuning into the universe's flow. But here's a radical thought. What if you didn't need to align with anything outside yourself? What if the entire universe is already within you, awaiting your recognition of it? Goddard's teachings reveal this mind-blowing truth. You are already vibrating at the highest frequency because you are the source of all frequencies. The only thing that holds you back from living as the limitless being you truly are is the belief that you are anything less. The moment you realize that God and you are one is the moment you unlock infinite potential. Neville emphasized that this isn't a concept you merely understand intellectually. It must be felt deeply, experienced directly. When you feel it, your life changes in unimaginable ways. Manifesting becomes effortless because you're no longer trying to attract something external to you. Instead, you're awakening to the fact that everything you desire already exists within you. You are the source. You are the creator. It's easy to think of God as an external entity, especially when life throws challenges our way. When we're struggling, whether with finances, relationships, or health, it can feel like we need divine intervention. But what if you knew that the power to transform your circumstances wasn't outside of you, waiting for permission to act? What if you realized that you are that very power? The same intelligence that governs the stars governs your life. The same energy that created galaxies is the energy that flows through your veins. This realization is the crux of all manifestation. You are not hoping for a miracle. You are the miracle. You are not waiting for divine grace. You are divine grace. When you align with the truth that God and you are one, miracles become everyday occurrences. Manifestations happen not because you've petitioned the universe, but because you've recognized your innate ability to shape reality. Take a moment to let this sink in. This isn't abstract philosophy. This is the most practical and transformative truth you will ever encounter. What would your life look like if you truly embodied this? How would you think, act, and feel if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you are the embodiment of the divine? There would be no fear, no doubt, no sense of lack or limitation. You would move through life with the absolute certainty that anything is possible because you are the force that makes all things possible. Neville was adamant about the power of imagination. He understood that the imagination is not merely a tool for creativity, it is the very essence of God in action. When you imagine something, you are not simply daydreaming. You are accessing the infinite potential within you. You are literally shaping reality. The imagination is God at work within you, bringing forth whatever you hold in your mind as real. This is why Neville insisted that feeling is the secret. To feel something as real is to create it. When you imagine your desired reality and feel it with all your senses, you are merging with the creative power of God within you. You are the author of your life, and as the author, you hold the pen to write whatever story you choose. The power that creates worlds is the same power that creates your personal world. It's not about asking for permission or waiting for divine intervention. It's about recognizing that you are the one with the authority to create. Every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold is an instruction to the universe, a universe that exists within you. What would you create if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you manifest if you understood that you are the source of all creation? This is the core of Neville's teaching. God and I are one. There is no separation between the Creator and the created. You are both. The life you live, the experiences you have, the things you manifest are all expressions of the divine intelligence that you are. This understanding is both liberating and empowering. It removes the need for external validation, the need to look outside yourself for answers or guidance. The guidance you seek is already within you because the same intelligence that created the stars resides in your heart and mind. You are the answer you've been searching for. Neville often spoke about the power of assumption. What you assume to be true, you will experience as real. This is because assumption aligns your inner state with the truth of who you are, the Creator. When you assume something is already yours, you are not asking for it to be given to you. You are claiming your rightful place as the creator of your reality. The moment you make an assumption, you activate the creative power of God within you. The external world will always reflect your internal assumptions because it is your creation. This is why manifestation is often referred to as effortless. It's not about striving or struggling to make something happen. It's about recognizing that you already have the power within you. The external world is simply a reflection of your internal state. If you assume abundance, abundance will show up. If you assume love, love will manifest. If you assume health, your body will align with that truth. There is no other force at play here, only the power of your consciousness, which is God in action. For those who are drawn to New Age ideas or the concept of manifestation, this teaching is the ultimate key. All the techniques, all the practices are ultimately leading you back to this singular truth. You and God are one. When you fully embrace this, the need for techniques dissolves. Manifestation becomes a natural extension of your being. You don't need to do anything. You simply need to be who you truly are, a divine creator. Neville taught that the world is a mirror, reflecting back to us our deepest beliefs and assumptions. If you want to change your outer world, you must first change your inner world. And the most powerful change you can make is to embrace your identity as one with God. This is not just about manifesting material things, although that will naturally follow. This is about realizing your own divinity and living from that place of power, peace, and limitless potential. When you know that God and you are one, fear dissolves, anxiety fades away. You no longer feel like life is happening to you. Instead, you recognize that life is happening through you. You are the creator of your experience, and you have the power to shape it in any way you desire. This is true freedom. In a world that constantly tries to tell us we are small, limited, or powerless, Neville's message is a revolutionary act of self-realization. You are not small. You are not limited. You are not powerless. You are God in human form, and the world is your canvas. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is a brushstroke, painting the reality you experience. So, what will you create? What will you manifest? How will you choose to live, knowing that you and God are one?